Hi guys, Henry Har here. With me always
Hey,
is my
Henry.
Hey,
Hey guys, with me always is my co-host Johnny Noyes.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, we're
Um,
certainly glad you guys we finally hooked up, and that we tried to get this connected for a little bit here, but our
yeah,
schedules were all out of whack. But thank you so much for taking your time out to come on and talk to us, and we certainly appreciate you guys.
absolutely.
Yep.
our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
So our guest tonight, guys, we've got the legendary Mau Mau's with us tonight. Really excited, and thank you guys for being on, man. I'm trying not to fanboy out right now, but let's. I got a couple of questions, and let's just say how did you guys form? Like, how did you guys form and get together and start as the Mau Mau's?
Well, I'll tell you, I've probably been in the band longer, the most out of anybody, but the star of the show is not here tonight. Rick Wilder is really the head guy of the Mau Mau's.
Yeah,
He's the leader, the lead singer. We're kind of getting the rhythm section together for him, getting it all prepared before we bring him in. He's going to be back with us next week. We're going to bring him in for the first time, and we haven't played in ages, like a long time. So every once in a blue moon, we do a reunion. So this is like a real special thing. The band is sounding great, probably better than ever, as far as I'm concerned. We got Matt Lees joining us now. He's on guitar, and
Awesome.
Giuliani. Uh, what's your last name, Giuliani?
Scarfo.
Scarfield. He's the young guy of the group, adding all the energy. He's got us all, us old guys all pumped up
Pumped
and
up.
energetic. But the band's the rhythm section and the Danny, our bass player, just left. But we just finished a Mau Mau's rehearsal, and it's sounding incredible. So we're gonna bring Rick in next week and start fine tuning and stuff and get ready for like a big show.
that's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so you guys originated in Hollywood, California. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay. So you were asking about the history. So Rick, back in like the late '70s, at the end, you were talking about Psychotic and Cheech and Chong.
Yes. Yes.
He had a band called the Berlin Brats, and they were like a real like Rolling Stones kind of New York Dolls type band. And at the time around Hollywood, they just ruled the town. They were like the biggest band around. And then they got hired to do the talent show scene in Up in Smoke. And if you go back and
Oh,
watch the
cool.
movie Up in Smoke, uh,
Yeah.
they recorded the songs "I'm Psychotic." That was really a Berlin Brat song. And there's a few Berlin Brat songs that kind of transferred over into the Mama. So what had happened, like right around 1980 when I joined the band, Rick was kind of seeing punk rock up and coming, right?
Mhm.
Whereas they were more of a glam kind of Berlin Brats was more of a glam kind of Rolling Stones kind of band. He wanted to be up with the times, and he didn't think the Berlin Brats was a good enough punk rock name, so he changed the name of the Berlin Brats to the Mau Mau's. And a lot of the original Mau Mau songs were Berlin Brat songs, and then they wrote more from there. So the Mau Mau set is a combination of Berlin Brats and Mau Mau songs, uh, but more of a punk edge. And that's
Okay.
that's kind of how the Mau Mau's formed. It was about 1980, and that's when I came in to start playing drums. And we've had rotating guitar players throughout the years, and now we got the best right here,
Awesome.
um,
Awesome.
sounding better than
Awesome.
ever.
So
That
kind. Thank you.
that is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That is
So.
good to hear. That y'all are still playing, still active. Gonna do a reunion show. I'm excited about it. That's
Are you gonna
oh
come out and
man,
see?
that's awesome.
You think you're excited? We're excited.
We're stoked. Yeah,
I can
tell them
tell
that.
you
Yeah.
guys are. It's like y'all are grinning just as much as I am. It's like I think if I grin any harder about this, I'm gonna start bleeding.
Wow, that's awesome. So
Um,
what? Not to jump in, Henry, but so back in 1980, like I got into punk in about the same time frame, 79, 80, roughly when we started Morning Noise, and so around the same time frame. What was your influences back then?
Mine
Yeah.
or well, let's start with some. Let's
Okay.
Matt Lee's been around the punk rock scene for a long time. He's played
Okay.
with some
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
big bands too. So
Yeah, I started in '78 in the punk scene with a band that was signed to Bomb Records called Blow Up. And
Okay.
yeah, I was like 18. They put me in the band on my 18th birthday. And back in those days,
Wow. Yeah.
I had to sit in the van and wait to go on stage. And then they'd kick me out back to the van after I was done playing because I couldn't be in the room. It was a
Yeah.
21 room, you know.
Right.
But
Right.
influences back then that were really high were classic influences like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd,
Oh wow.
Supertramp, Alvin Lee, Robin Trower, Deep Purple, Rory Gallagher was really big, the Irish Jimi Hendrix.
Oh
And
yeah.
then yeah, you remember him? He was great. I saw him at the Troupe when I was like 16. I was that far from him. I was like, "Oh
Wow.
my God."
Wow.
And yeah, and the Stones were of course ginormous back then,
Yeah, they were. They were
humongo.
huge.
And like Mick Taylor was a huge influence on me. I eventually met him later in life and got to
you got to
do some
play with Mick
shows with
Taylor,
him. Yeah, I did some shows
Wow.
with the guy. We
Oh,
played
cool.
together.
Okay.
and you
Yeah.
replaced Mick Taylor.
Oh yeah, I replaced him on a session with Rick, the bass player. I opened for Rick for Terry Reid and Mick Taylor at Solana Beach at the place called the Belly Up. And at the end of the night, Mick stood me up in front of the band and he said, "Hi, you guys. I've got to go back to England on Saturday, so I'm leaving
Oh my God.
early. And I know that you've got that session that you wanted me on, but you might as well hire this geezer over here because he sounds just like I do." So they all gave me their numbers and I wound up doing the session with them and it was really great.
Wow. Wow.
Wow,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's an
That's
interesting
awesome.
feather to have in your cap, man.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a couple other interesting ones too. I've got a couple of awards. I got
Wow.
a
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got a record out with Joni Mitchell that I engineered for her that got a Grammy, and she shared that with
Wow.
me. So I have a Grammy too. And then
Awesome.
got a movie out that I worked on with Rob Trujillo from Metallica. It's about Jaco Pastorius. It's a movie called Jaco. You can get it on Amazon now and rent it, and YouTube has it. But
I've seen it
it's a
numerous times already.
cool. Well,
Numerous
I'm the
times.
AP. They made me AP on it because I got Joni in the movie for them, and I also did the lighting on her interview.
Oh,
They
that's
used this.
awesome. That
Yeah,
is
they
That's
used
so
so
that
cool.
scheme
awesome.
for the rest of the movie too.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then I did Inger Laurie's last record a couple years ago that came out. She was in a band called the Nymphs. You can get that on Kitten Robot Records. And I played with Billy Idol for a little while with a band called the Mighty Hornets that I was in back in the 80s and early 90s.
I saw the Mighty Hornets.
Yeah,
You were in the Mighty Hornets
yeah,
playing rockabilly.
yeah. That was me.
I didn't
That's
recognize them.
I
crazy.
was in Ray Campy's
That
Rockabilly
was an
Rebels
awesome
too.
band. Yeah.
They're not bad. We played pretty well. It was a three-piece, and I was the lead guitar player in that band.
So back then, was it Billy Idol or was he still with
What we
Generation
did
X?
was we went out as the Billy Idol band on different dates with him, and it started out where he was just jamming with us at our
Yeah.
regular
Okay.
to do, you know. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
eventually we started getting dates with the guy. Like we played the party that was the wrap-up party for Oliver Stone's movie for The Doors,
Oh
and
wow.
that was the first time that we played out as the Billy Idol band together. That went over
Wow.
really
Okay.
well. So we wound up doing a bunch of dates with the guy over like 5 or 6 years. And then
Oh, that's
in between that, when I was in the Mighty Hornets, I worked with Janie Lane too. You remember Janie from
Yeah.
Warrant?
From Warrant.
We had a we had a band called
yeah.
Janie Lane and the Silver Beatles, and we did Beatle covers, and like we
Oh
did his
wow.
record release. Yeah, we did his record release party for the Cherry Pie record, you know, and like that. A bunch of people. I worked with tons and tons of people.
Too many to mention.
Yeah,
Too
too
many to
long. You guys
mention.
talk. I'm done talking.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so Giuliani is like the young guy, the guy that's kind
I wasn't around in the 80s. I probably got into punk around 2002, maybe, when I was about 7.
of. We
Wow.
recruited him when he
Oh
was a
no.
little
No.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well, my first records were the first Ramones record, of course. The Gears,
cool.
Rockin' at Ground Zero. That was the first record.
Oh yeah,
for
the
me.
Gears.
Last time I played with
Yeah.
the Mammas, the Gears opened up for us.
Oh
I was
wow.
in a
Okay.
band that I was in a spin-off band from the Gears called the DIs that I did for a few years. His uncle was in it with me.
Yeah,
Giuliani's
Oh.
uncle. Giuliano's uncle.
What was
Jimmy.
Jimmy Reed.
Jimmy
Oh,
Reed,
okay.
he played with us.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
That's
his parents
crazy.
very
That's
well because,
crazy.
well, his Chip, your dad, he was in a band with me called the Divine Horsemen too. So I mean, we've got some history already. We had predetermined history before I even met Giuliano.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
His
that's
dad brought him up to
awesome.
be a punk rocker.
Yeah, he taught me to
But
play
yeah, there you
guitar.
go. That's awesome,
isn't that
man.
something though? I mean, it's amazing.
I got
So
to
you,
I got to
you
play in the Dills in 2019.
Oh, how
And we brought
cool!
that back. I
Oh
played
wow,
I
drums
didn't
for
know that.
that.
That's awesome, dude.
yeah. So
The
you got
other band ended up in smoke.
Nice.
yeah. I
the
was
other
So
about
band
to
I
up
say
in
the
chose
smoke.
other
the
Yeah.
Up in
band
Smoke
didn't
That's
band.
so
end up in
cool.
smoke. Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't you
So you,
weren't you playing in the Mau Mau's a long time ago, but they didn't do a show or
Yeah, no,
yeah, so
I joined the band. This was probably about 13 years ago, and I mean, we never got around to playing any shows. We rehearsed, basically got about as far as we are right now.
but he got to learn all the
Yeah.
songs, so it came when we first came into rehearsal, it was already tight. So
right. He was
That's
ready for it.
awesome.
So, right,
Yeah, it
right.
was a big leg up having him knowing all the songs first because I came walking in here going, ah, huh? I
Yeah.
do.
and I had to relearn them.
Yeah,
Oh
you have to
wow.
go back to to
You
the
know
old
what's
stuff.
really
Yeah,
funny?
yeah.
You know what's really funny? His other uncle Tony. Well, that was Inger Laurie's boy. I mean, she was his girlfriend for a couple of years.
Mhm.
You know, he brought her out here from New Jersey when they were on tour with Rank and File. Inger Laurie from the Nymphs. Isn't that something? We wouldn't have had
Yeah.
the Nymphs if
Wow.
it wasn't for his uncle.
Wow.
Wow.
Who would have known?
Holy
Who would have
crap.
thunk?
Right, right. So you have like a whole multi-generational thing going on
Oh
here.
my God, yeah, it's a
So,
whole.
you know,
It's
This
a
is a
big
whole
family
love
affair.
thing. This is a whole
Yeah.
yeah,
love
yeah,
groove,
yeah.
bro. It's total love groove, man.
That's
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
that is definitely pretty
It's
cool, man.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So go ahead,
So
Henry. You got another question you want to throw at him?
yeah, yeah. So and Paul, maybe you'd be the one to answer this. Uh, I read somewhere that Robbie Krieger from the Doors had produced some of y'all's music in the early '80s. How did
Yeah,
you?
19. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you guys come to be involved with Robbie Krieger?
So Robbie Krieger, well, one, he was friends with our manager, but he was also a fan of the band. He would come up and jam with us here and there, but he was producing us in 1983. I'll tell you the story. It was Mad Dog Studios, I think it was,
Oh yeah.
in Venice Beach. We went in to do a session, record the Mau Mau's, with Robbie Krieger. He was producing us. The guitar player. So the day before I had to go to the session, I'd broken up with my girlfriend, or my girlfriend took off and took my good drum set. I had a really nice Gretsch drum
Oh
set.
man,
She took
yeah.
it,
Ooh,
so I had to rely on
Where'd
my
she
old.
drive?
I don't know.
brutal.
And she loaned it to another boyfriend that was playing a drummer. So I tracked it
Nice,
down. I got it back later.
nice.
But anyway, I had to rely on my old drum set, which was a fives, and I was missing the pegs for the legs. Right, there were these special pegs, and I didn't have them. And I hadn't played it in years, so the heads were dead, right? So I was a little bit self conscious about doing a a session with Robbie Krieger producing and having this crappy drum set, right? I didn't even have time to change the heads. That I had to prop up the bass drum with cinder blocks that I found, and I propped them up and stuff, and it was sliding away from me as I was playing that, because I didn't have the pegs, so. So it's sliding, and then I didn't have my drum stool either, so I had to get a milk crate. And I found back in
Oh
those days we
boy.
didn't have cell phones. We had these big, like, you could find these big yellow pages, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
went and got a couple of yellow pages to boost myself up high enough to play. So I was on a milk crate on top of two yellow pages phone books, and I had my drum set up with cinder blocks, and I was and dead heads, right? So I was playing this thing, and they go, don't worry. I said, look, I'd like to get a good drum set in here, and they said, don't worry about it. We have these new things called drum triggers. It was new
No
technology
technology.
in
Yeah.
1980, right? They said, okay, we're gonna make it sound huge, right? And anyway, so I played and everything, and then the next day, our guitar player, a guy named Greg, he's dead now, but he didn't show up, and we needed to do a lead on a Psychotic.
Is
We're
that
actually,
why he's dead?
yeah, maybe. But anyway, so we were doing, we had Psychotic, the Mau Mau's version of Psychotic, because the Berlin Brass one had already been recorded. So we did the Mau Mau's version of Psychotic. Robbie, our guitar player didn't show up, and Robbie goes, well, I guess, I could play guitar on it if you guys like. And we go, yeah, go ahead. And I go, but what are you going to play through? And he goes, well, I got my rig out in my car. And I go, okay, cool. Go get it. And he went out to his car, and I thought he was going to bring in this big, huge Marshall stack. I'm looking, why are you carrying a big, huge Marshall around with you? He
Yeah.
came back with this little pig nose, about an
Oh,
amp
but
about this
yeah,
big.
yeah.
Wow.
And I go, yeah, you're gonna play through that thing? He goes, you watch, it's gonna sound huge, right? And they mic'd it up, this pig nose, and sure enough, it was Robbie's sound. This is what he used to record all the door stuff, was a little pig nose.
Oh
And
wow.
they
Oh, wow.
but
Okay.
they'd get it to break up, and they'd just make it sound huge in the studio. So we have a recording of Robbie Krieger playing on a Mau Mau song with us on the Mau Mau songs.
That's so
But when I
awesome.
heard they did a mix, and I got sent the mix on a little DAT or something. And I listened back to the mix, and I thought they had those drum triggers, and the drum triggers were misfiring because they would only go off when you gave it enough signal. You know, they wouldn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
like all my little ghost notes or anything like that, any little tiny
Right.
ghost notes that I'd play in between. It was missing those and just triggering on off beats, and it made me sound like a horrible drummer. So I never wanted anybody to hear those sessions. And so they sat for years and years and years. And then right around 2000, I had a full blown studio over here in Atwater, and I had tape machines. I had a 16 track, and I had a 24 track, and a 48 channel board. And I just had the full blown thing, right? Uh, our old manager shows up with the original tapes, the 24 track tapes, and I had Pro Tools at the time. So I thought, well, let's see what this actually sounds like. And I transferred everything to Pro Tools and started listening back, and I go, wait a minute, the drums actually sound great. Because it was recorded on
Wow.
analog tape and
Right.
everything, and without the drum triggers, I sounded good. So we finally remixed it, and we and three other songs from that session, and then we had some other songs from another session. We pieced it together, and we needed about four or five more songs, right? So when I got off the road with LA Guns in around 2007, uh, I got the Mammals together, and we went and recorded like four or five more songs, mixed everything, and we finally put a record out years after the formation of the band, called Scorched Earth Policies. And that's what you hear now. And if you listen to Psychotic, you'll hear Robbie Krieger playing lead with us.
That's so
Wow.
Oh,
cool.
wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's
So that's what I'm listening to because I listen to that Scorched Earth Policies a lot. And as a matter of fact, I was listening to it earlier today. That's
Oh,
really
cool.
interesting to know.
Yeah,
Man,
that's how
that
that
is
album came about.
awesome. That is so awesome, man.
yeah.
Well, I
Speak about
think before we do a show, I think we're gonna repackage that and re-release it.
re-release it.
Uh,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have some cool shirts that Giuliani's got to hook up for us.
Oh,
Very
cool.
cool.
Mer-
Cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we
So
need to
speak
know
about
where to get. We need to know where to
yeah, we
get
need to know where to
those,
get all that
man.
stuff. Yeah, definitely.
And
Send some
Yeah.
over here. Send some over here to Alabama. I'll give some to Alec since he's a Bama boy now. So
Oh yeah, Alex. Hi, Alex.
yeah, Alex. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Alec Bauer. Mm.
Alec Bauer. Yeah, it was I gotta give him a quick shout out. He kind of hooked us up, so we can get this together, and had no idea he was even here, and his girlfriend is my hygienist. I had no
Wow.
idea. So she,
nice.
and I was talking about my music when I go, 'cause, I get chatty when I get nervous, especially in a dentist chair. You're like, oh, so she's like
Mm.
grinding my teeth, and she hands me the card. I'm like, so I'm trying. Anyway, so it was just a weird thing, and then, but he was actually, we did his interview here in studio because he's local, so that was kind of cool. And then he
Nice.
was, yeah, I got some other guys. So that's how we kind of hooked up. So I'm like, cool. So I have to,
Me and Alex used to play acoustic shows together a lot after we got off the road with the Mau Mau's. I mean, not the Mau Mau's, LA
Other
Guns.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did some kind of play, and we went to go see him do that, and now he's doing a bunch of shows out this way, and so it's just you never know. It's just who's going to show up. I'm really surprised here in Alabama, especially, I'm close to Huntsville. Who you run into? So I'm in Huntsville. I do shows in Macon, Georgia, Nashville, Chattanooga. So I'm not. This little area here is you're close enough to get to all these places. And it's like I had no idea there was even a punk scene. Like for me, I'm still a punk guitarist in Alabama. If in Alabama, I'm in trouble. When I moved over here.
Oh boy.
So it just worked out pretty cool. Then Henry and I started doing this, and one thing led to another. But yeah, so I guess more and more people are leaving different areas and going to where it's affordable. I guess so people wind up in like
Yeah.
Alabama and Tennessee and stuff like that. For
Yeah. I
but
do real
it was
estate nowadays, and then because of the insurance prices
insane.
in California going, so a lot of people are kind of exiting California and moving other places: Tennessee, Alabama,
Through the roof,
Arizona,
man. Yeah,
Utah,
yeah,
Montana.
yeah, yeah. And and we landed here by accident. So I'm like, I'm from Jersey. The hell am I doing in Alabama? I'm like a sore thumb out here. But it is what it is, and it just works out. And
Yeah.
you find your people. They're here. You
Yeah.
just got to look for them. So it worked out pretty cool. But as
We
Yeah,
far
we
as
found
like
our people. That's us.
yeah we
yeah, yeah,
we have a lot of people moving here to San Antonio,
San
Texas,
Antonio,
from
that's a hot
Cali.
area
Uh,
too. Yeah,
a lot of yeah, a lot of people I've met over the past 2 years. They're from Cali, so
Hey
yeah,
Henry, you ever run? Henry, I got a question for you. You ever run into Hunt Sales out there much? You remember Hunt?
hunt sales.
Hunt
Huh?
Sales. He was in Tin Machine and he toured with Iggy before that, and he's a drummer out there. He produces records in your area.
oh, okay.
Really, really?
Yeah,
No,
yeah. He lives in San Antonio.
wow. No, I can't say that I have, but now that I know that,
Yeah, his dad was the famous comedian Soupy Sales. Do you know about
Soupy
Soupy?
sales.
No
Okay,
way. Soupy,
Do you
okay.
oh my
remember why
God.
Soupy got thrown off of TV? What happened was he went on January 1st and he says on television, "Hi, boys and girls, it's your Uncle Soupy." Now, today is the day after the very special day, New Year's Eve, so your mommy and daddy are probably in their bedrooms still a little tired and sleepy. But what Uncle Soupy wants you to do is go in their bedroom, get their wallet, and take all the pictures of dead presidents and inventors out of that wallet, put them in an envelope, and send them to this address. The guy got 250 grand cash over 2 days' time. They fired his ass for, it, and they had to send
No
all the money back.
way.
Oh no, shit!
Oh
I did
yeah,
not know that
250
that's what
grand
got Soupy
cash in the
sales
mail.
taken off the air.
Oh
Wow.
Wow.
yeah.
I gotta try that. That's genius. That's
Well,
Raining money,
genius.
I'm telling you.
I can tell you one cat that I did run into that lives out here now, and he's very much into doing production. And I saw him at River Center Mall once, and he's lived in San Antonio for years. But I met and said hi to Jackie Earl Haley, who played Kelly Leak in the original Bad News Bears movies.
Oh, oh,
And he
that's
played
cool.
Freddy Krueger in the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
He was Rorschach in Watchmen. Really nice guy. I saw him at River Center Mall. I believe it was at the food court, and I turned around and I was sitting there eating, and he was eating like a couple of tables across from me, and I was there with a buddy of mine, and I was like, "That dude looks familiar. Who is he?" And my friend turned and he goes, "Dude, that's Kelly Leak." And I was like, "Bad News Bears, Kelly Leak?" And he goes,
Oh,
"Yeah."
man.
So after he was done eating, he went put your trash in a little thing. We went
And
up
what
and
kind
we asked him if that's who he was, and he said yeah. And we kind of just talked to him for a little
that's
bit,
cool.
but really nice guy.
Nice.
That's
That's cool.
quite a transition from Bad News Bears to Freddy
Freddy
Krueger.
Krueger,
Freddy
Freddy
yeah.
Krueger,
Krueger.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Go from hitting a home run to slicing your heart out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
oh
That's
yeah.
wild, man.
Well, he was a
So
mean Freddy Krueger.
He was a mean Freddy Krueger.
He was. I mean,
He wasn't
you
the
know,
nice Freddy Krueger. He was the mean
he
one.
Is there
wasn't.
a nice Freddy
He
Krueger? Is
wasn't
there
like.
like the, you know?
He wasn't like what. I mean, obviously Robert Englund's the man, but you know, Freddie had his one-liners that were pretty kind of
Yeah.
funny. Whereas
Yeah.
if you really sit back and watch the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Jackie Earl Hurley, he's cruel. He's like, I don't know, he's like a rabid dog, man.
Sounds a
uh,
little more befitting.
yeah,
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 yeah, kind of, yeah.
yeah.
So
But he's a
where is
really
this?
nice guy.
After you guys are in rehearsals, what's the plan? Where's like the first venues you're looking at to play?
Well, we don't have any announcements to make yet.
Not
We were
yet.
in
Okay.
we were in negotiation with the Whiskey A Go Go for a little bit,
Whiskey. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
we're kind of holding off and trying to see what now Juliana's bringing in some big time manager
Huh.
Oh yeah, big
who's going to take over the booking, take the weight off of us so we don't have to worry about it.
Worry about
So
it. Yeah.
we'll keep you posted when we get the next, but we're kind of looking for more, I think maybe more of a punk rock place, something more suitable for
For what you're gonna do.
more underground stuff.
Something is big, but with more allure for our audience.
Yeah.
Right. I gotcha.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of places around, but he's got a guy that's going to handle it. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's not a guy like Big Lou from New York or anything, right? So
oh yeah.
okay. I'm just checking.
Worse.
Worse. Okay.
This guy, you'd be afraid of this guy. He's like he's more badass than Led Zeppelin's manager is.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that says a lot.
yeah, don't mess with us.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about the Mabuhay. They're having shows.
Oh, yeah.
A
The
friend of mine is
Mabuhay
booking
Gardens.
shows at Mabuhay Gardens
Classic.
in
I
San
love
Francisco.
that place.
San
So I think
Francisco.
that'd be pretty appropriate for us.
That was one of the first places I played when I was with Blow Up and when I was 18. So,
Mama's played there before. What I played the Mau Mau's at Mabuhay. I guess it was like 1982 or something like that, and
Oh wow.
and we were the headliner. We were booked as the headliner, but there was a San Francisco band. There was another band that was supposed to go on before us, but there was a San Francisco band that called the Fuck Ups or something like that, and they threw a fit and they wanted a headline. They wanted to take our spot. Well, we're we got booked as a headliner, but they did bump the second band, right? And then I think what happened is because they didn't get to be the headliner, they had all they were a local band, so all their local fans were there, and we had our fans there too. But I just remember playing drums through the whole set, and I had to keep my head down because I was getting showered with ice and they were throwing it the whole show.
Holy
They were
shit.
throwing bottles and cans, everything with us. We were just getting showered and spit on and everything. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
But it was like cutting my eyes. Some of the stuff was getting in my eyes, so I was like,
Fuck.
I was playing drums with my head down like that.
Oh,
Back
man.
to the
Jesus Christ.
That's
Need
pretty
some-
crazy.
Need some chicken wire like the Blues Brothers or something.
Yeah, well, I mean that there were places that we all played, me and Paul, and I mean, God, we wish there was chicken wire in some of these places.
Wow.
Seriously.
Actually,
Did
that
you
wasn't
guys
the
did the Mau Mau's start playing at the Mask?
yeah, and actually that was before I joined. There was somebody else.
Oh,
playing.
okay.
Who was it? I don't know. I forgot the original drummer's name, but yeah, the Mamas had a big part of starting the Mask and promoting it with Brendan Mullen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan Mullen.
Funny story about Brendan. I met Brendan when I was 12.
Oh wow, what did he do?
He worked for my father.
Oh,
Oh
So
wow.
I'm 18. Yeah, check this out. This is really funny. So I'm with Blow Up, and we signed up to do a show at the Mask, right? And I come in there with the drummer, with my Marshall amp and my bass, and I'm getting it out of the car, and I'm wheeling the thing in, and I hear this voice, "Ach, Mutt, is that you over there?" And I go, and I see him, and I go, "Oh, hi, Brendan. What are you doing here?" And he goes, fucking hell. You're fucking playing here? Don't tell your father you played here. Most of all, don't tell him I own the fucking place. And even more than that, don't you dare tell him what I paid you, because it isn't going to be much, and he's going to want my fucking bowls.
Nice.
Was your father a lawyer?
No, my dad was a roughneck. He was a major in the Air Force, and then they put him in the OSS. You know about the OSS? They're the ones that basically beat the Enigma code and all that, and it became some other thing after World War II that I won't discuss. But yeah,
Wow.
my dad was pretty big in real estate, and Brendan worked doing his company paper. He published my dad's company paper forever. It was just a vanity paper,
Hmm.
but Brendan did, and they paid him very well, I might add.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
oh
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I wish I
That's
had gotten into real estate back then.
yeah,
I
no
should have met your
no
kidding.
dad.
hell, man.
Yeah,
I wish I would have,
my dad would have loved you.
yeah, yeah. The things you can go back and invest in from like 1980, like you could have bought $1,000 worth of stock in like oil or something, and now it's
Yeah.
held on to it, you'd be like set.
Hey, you
So
know what?
it's
Back
crazy.
back in the 70s, houses in California outside of LA were going for 25, 30, 40,000 bucks.
Oh, it's crazy.
Or in the
Yeah,
60s rather. So just imagine if you bought like some house, 5,000 square feet for 40 grand. You know what those go for now out here
I
anywhere?
couldn't even
Oh
imagine. I
wow.
couldn't even
I
imagine. It's
I
insane.
I've been a full-time musician all my life, and then when COVID hit, I was still working, and I was doing gigs every single day. Just after I got off road with LA Guns last time, I just started going around with an acoustic guitar, just taking any gig that came along, casinos, weddings, bars, clubs, even the streets, and I was playing every single day. And I thought I was doing okay, but then when COVID hit, took away all my gigs. I wasn't allowed to play anywhere, but I had a
Wow.
real
Yeah.
estate license. So I started selling realty, and then I realized the potential for what you can make in realty, and that's what I do now. I sell houses.
Real estate's the best investment
I
for
should have done it
for the
years
dollar.
ago,
Years ago.
and then I could be retired playing music and just
But
playing music.
yeah, yeah. It's
That's
Definitely.
crazy.
kind of
It's crazy.
my sentiment about quitting booze. I got to tell you, I wish I'd done it years ago.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So I just got lucky. I left 85 for the Navy and stayed in like 22 some odd years. And
Thanks for your service,
Wow.
brother.
oh, thank you. And I just got lucky. I had no intention to make a career out of none of that stuff, and it just happened. And then I come back and fast forward to recent 4 years ago now. And that's when the Morning Noise stuff was re-released. So I was out of it. I was completely out of I was playing guitar just for me, just goofing around, And in New Orleans, I was sitting with some classic rock guys. Then I just got thrown right back into the punk scene, umpteen
Cool.
years, 30 years later, or something like that, So
That's cool.
Us too.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
It doesn't go away.
No, it's like right. It's like an STD. It's like you're stuck with it. It's just it never goes away. And and I didn't know half these kids had our stuff from 1980 or 81. We got your records. Like, who are you and what the hell's going on? I had not a clue. So now I changed my whole music deal back to kind of punk, and I'm just gonna ride it out, I guess, until they wheel me off stage or something, whatever. He's done, he's drooling, get him out of here. So, but doing this with Henry, we had kicked this off, and it's working out good. It allows us to hang out with you guys for a little bit,
Yeah.
which is
Yep.
freaking
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
yeah.
Because like I was telling John when we first met, I'm the kind of guy that I'll look at a seminal punk band and try to see like a kind of a where are they now and what are they up to, and that's how I came across John and met John, and John at the time was doing Crimson Carry, and I started following them, and uh, John had approached me the beginning of the year, like, hey, let's let's do this
Let's do
thing and
something
let's
with this.
just see who we can get for fun, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
been
I feel that too
it's
about
been
it.
a
So
joy ever since, So
So it's been pretty killer.
it's awesome. It's beyond awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
So, but so when all this kind of gets moving, you have to keep us updated on everything, and if you have some links you want to share down the road, and like you said, if you want to do your merch or whatever, we'll definitely put it on our show. Let people
Yeah,
know
Thank
what's
you.
going on,
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
keep us keep us updated on what's happening. If everybody wants to know what's going on or whatever, and we'll talk to you guys again for sure.
Yeah,
You
After we
guys,
get kind
you
of
guys are
rolling.
great.
So,
We really appreciate you.
yeah, no
Mm.
We'll
problem.
definitely keep you
oh
posted.
look,
Anytime.
We'll really, we'll definitely keep you posted.
yeah,
I
definitely.
just wanted to add one thing before we go is I wanted to thank you guys for bringing me some happy memories about my dad because my dad loved Up in Smoke and I played him the Mau Mau's, the I'm Psychotic and the stuff from the Scorched Earth and he
Scorched Earth
loved it.
Pop.
He loved
Yeah,
it
that's
and
great.
God bless you,
it was
Henry.
like one of the last good memories that I have
Oh,
with my dad was we were listening to the Mau Mau's music. So thank you so
well,
much guys for everything
you're
and
so
for being
sweet.
on the show.
That's yeah.
You're really sweet, Henry.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Henry.
No problem, guys. No problem. And if like John says, if there's any links you guys want to share, just keep in touch, and we really want to have you guys on again real soon. It's been a pleasure,
Okay.
guys. This is like
Yeah,
beyond cool.
we're just kind of getting things rolling again. So like when we have some dates and stuff set up, I'll send you a note
Oh
and
yeah.
we'll keep in touch. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely do that. We have quite a few bands that do that. They keep us posted on what's going on and what they're doing, and and then we'll go ahead and share some links. Like if you have a social media link, we can put that on.
Mm. Well,
After the show or stuff like that.
We had a Mau Mau's website, and I actually had the domain name, and we had it up and live, but I hadn't checked it in years, and I went to check it the other day, and it's down. So
Wow.
we don't even have a website anymore. But it makes sense. I don't even know when the last time we played was. It was probably about 15 years ago or
We should
something.
probably get that up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get social media. It's a necessary evil kind of.
Yeah.
We had our back and forth with some providers, and we wound up going over to Rumble, which seems to be for us anyway a lot more forgiving and less restrictive.
What is it
Yeah,
called?
Rumble,
Rumble. What's that?
it's kind of a the it's kind of a YouTube thing,
Uh-huh.
but without all the restrictions of YouTube. YouTube on some of their stuff, it's good to use it, but they have certain algorithms that they follow. So if you cross the line, so to speak, as far as what YouTube thinks, they will shut you down. So we had an
Really?
issue with that, and it was something really stupid. It wasn't anything.
yeah,
So someone recommended going over to Rumble. So that's what we do now. We do have some stuff that pops up on YouTube. So we like Facebook and stuff like that, which is everybody uses. But our main uh, provider now is Rumble, and
Rumble.
I can put longer videos on Rumble. YouTube kind of restricts our time a little bit, so we put like little blurbs here and there on YouTube, like a 10-minute blip here or there. Then we kind of go back and say for a full interview, check us out on Rumble. And
Oh, that's cool.
You pull up Rumble, type in the Inertia Channel, it pops right up,
pops
and
right up.
you can do whatever you want. So
I'll have to
which
look
works out
into it.
pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So we'll make sure when this comes out, I'll take a picture of our sticker. So you have the spelling of the Inertia Channel, and it'll say available on Rumble. You'll be able to pull it right up.
Cool.
So
How's
uh,
your channel doing?
it's doing okay. It depends on who we have on. We've had on Alan Danziger from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we had a bunch of different bands on. Had some of the old Misfit guys come on. Bobby Steele and Diana from the Undead. So we get I don't know, a couple hundred hits just on Rumble, but then the other stuff hits too. Like Facebook will go do a certain amount. So when you put it all
Yeah.
together, you know,
Mhm.
you're hitting a lot of people. So if you have like
Yeah.
200 here, 300 here, or whatever it is, when you lump it all together, you're probably reaching 500-600 people at a clip. You know,
So
I
when you get all this edited, we could post it on
you can do
our
whatever you like. You can do whatever
Yes,
you want.
yes, definitely.
As a matter of fact, I'll put it on Facebook, and then we can share it down from there. You can do whatever you want with it.
all
So
right.
so that works out. I know when you guys get really cooking along again, what worked for Crimson Carry, what we did is we would go on TikTok because my singer was a lot younger, so she was a social media person. I'm not. I'm old school. And her
That's why
boyfriend
we have
would.
Julie
Don't
on.
look at me.
Yeah, yeah, tell you, you got to do it, man.
We'll
So
burn
You got to do
straight
it.
to the bottom.
we have an
Right.
old school young guy in the band.
Old school young guy. Yeah,
I'll get
I'm
us
telling you,
dozens of followers.
it works.
Doesn't.
It works. But we would record on a phone. Her boyfriend would record our rehearsals live on TikTok, and at one time we had 150,000 people on TikTok. And I'm like, you've got to be
Damn.
kidding me. I mean, over the course of our, doing this, it was insane. But I mean, they were ruthless. They would just repost it over and over and over again. I'm like,
Rick would do great on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok would explode. But they,
You know, I got to say something. Rick is actually a huge star in a couple of videos that The Weeknd did. If you go back
okay,
and see
Oh.
you know who The Weeknd is?
no,
Who's that?
no.
I don't know who he is, but it's a bit, yeah. No,
Yeah,
he did
he's
The
just.
Weeknd
I mean,
music
they
video.
he gets millions of views. He's just
Right.
this character in The Weeknd's videos. There's two. He
Wow.
did 2 videos for him, and he's just like, it's just like blown up. You know, he's
Yeah.
like he's a video star.
Right, and you just gotta
Yeah.
attach yourself to somebody like that. But the rehearsals worked out for us. I mean, having the live shots, just we were just doing our thing in the studio, and they loved
Yeah.
it. They ate it up, man. It was like candy to these kids. They went crazy.
I
Nice.
have
So
a subsidiary of the Inertia Channel called Henry Horror Channel on YouTube, and some of the things that I
we have
put
that,
on
right?
there, I'll do a short of me playing bass to some Misfit song or some old school punk song, and it'll get like 800 hits like within 30 minutes to an hour or something like that. It's just amazing.
It is, and
Yeah.
that's a good, like I said, it works. It works.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, but keep us posted. We're definitely excited that to talk to you guys and let us know what's going on. And
Definitely.
Alex been hitting me up. Have you had the interview yet? I said no. We're trying to figure it out, dude. So I'll let him know we finally spoke. And so it's just been real cool to meet you guys for sure for me. And
Yeah.
Likewise.
I know Henry is he's a super fan. So I think
Yep.
you seatbelt the chair so you don't levitate. And
Yep. But yeah, man, thanks for being on, guys, man. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to having you guys on again really, really soon.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. And next time we'll have Rick too, so he'll stir things up a little
Oh,
bit.
Go stir it up.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. And as soon as give me a couple of days, I'll get it all together. I throw on some music and some of this. We have a whole deal that we do, and I'll post it up, and I'll send you all the links and everything. So you
Great.
can take it and
All
do
right,
whatever.
guys. So that's our show for this evening. Thank
Yep.
you for the Mom House for being on.
Yeah, thanks,
And
guys.
we
Have a
will
great night.
have a good night. We will see
Yeah.
you in the next video.
Rock
And
on,
thanks for
guys.
having us.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I already